going on out there? Everybody, listen. We got a great show for y'all this week. This is, of course, the I'm Right You Wrong podcast show with your boy Walt.
Yeah, this is Jay.
And we're going to kick it off with a topic that's very, I guess, present and has been for quite some time. It's technology and our, as human beings, relationship with it.
Yeah, so my brother sent me a YouTube video, and on the YouTube video, it was talking about this new documentary dealing with Facebook and Google and how they are, how they're using their technology, and so it made me start thinking about our relationship to technology. I haven't seen the documentary itself, or the show or itself, but yeah, I wanted to talk about whether or not how we feel about technology, and our relationship with it, because we got a younger generation that is being grown on technology, like that's all they know,
right?
And of course, the older generation will put down technology because it's making people lazy, and
right.
Nobody remembers phone numbers anymore,
which is true.
Yeah,
which is true.
Yeah, nobody. The use of the encyclopedia and looking up information is out of date because you can just Google everything. Right.
Well, I mean, pick and choose your battles. I mean, the whole encyclopedia thing.
But see, my thing is, there's a whole generation that frowns upon the quick access to things. Whether they're right or wrong, it just is what it is.
Yeah, I'm horrible. Like, prime example is what you just said about numbers. Man, if I don't have my phone,
yeah,
you
don't remember nobody's number.
Bad. I don't even depend on my brain to remember anything. I'm like, let me look at my phone real quick. I don't even I remember growing up and remembering people's names by heart.
Right.
I remember oh, that's my best friend, 5252. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
I remember me doing that.
Yeah.
But at the time, that's what technology did to me. It came into the equation to where I didn't have to remember such and such number anymore.
Right.
Off the I could just look at my phone.
But is that a good thing?
No.
Why?
Because if my phone breaks or something was to happen, so if it's somebody that's really, really important, my wife just changed her number recently, not too long ago. I do not know it by heart.
Oh, shoot.
So that's what I'm saying. If the situation happens of a car breakdown or I'm unable to reach her. If I don't have my phone, I have to use. If I have to walk into
your phone died and you gotta
have to walk into a store. Or someone say, "Hey, can I please use your phone? My phone isn't."
You don't know
who the hell I'm gonna call? I'm gonna call the police. I don't. I don't know who to call. I can't because I don't have her number now. So that's not good at all.
Yeah. And look, there's a generation that frowns upon that because that's how they grew up.
Yeah.
And now you're really focusing on technology. And look, we work in an environment where technology has made things a lot easier.
Oh yeah.
It's easy to take somebody's blood pressure on the machine and then shoot it and have it shoot right into their chart versus you sit up there, have to do a manual blood pressure,
write it down.
and then you got to write it down, and and then shoot. I mean, at that point, it takes you about 15 minutes before you can actually put it into the chart.
Exactly.
And when you're dealing with 22 different patients, that's a lot of time. Just to so I mean, but it's one of those things. It's convenient when it works.
Yeah.
But you're not in control of it. So what about the times when it doesn't work? What about the times when your cell phone dies and you don't have the ability or, the capability right now to charge it up and you sitting up here and you don't know anybody's number.
Yeah.
So now you gotta wait for it to get charged, or you gotta,
if you have access to doing it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. So it's weird. It's like our technology is controlling us in a way. Yeah. And I think that's part of where the documentary goes. Like I said, I haven't seen it yet, but the trailer that I saw looked like it was leaning towards talking about how they were taking that information. And we know that, for example, all right, so if we go to social media, we know that they're using that information for marketing purposes. We know that.
Yeah, everything. Everything.
Right? Everything.
Definitely.
And that's crazy in and of itself, right? How is it that you could be on Facebook, right? You get off of Facebook, you go look up some Nike shoes, right? And then next thing you know, you pull back up Facebook, there's an ad on Nike for the exact.
That's weird.
Not only Nike shoes, but the exact shoes that you was looking at.
Yeah.
It's like,
that's creepy.
Yo, like what else? I told you, I switched to iPhones. Me and my wife, we did it about a year ago.
Sorry to hear
that. But part of the decision was because of the whole Google thing and how they were taking your information. And so I was like, okay, well, let's switch over to iPhone, try to be a little bit more secure, a little bit more privacy, right? and it may be a little bit more private. However,
I doubt it. It just hasn't been exposed yet, but
well, I mean,
it has.
I think it's a little more, but that doesn't mean it's totally private.
Nothing's totally private. I don't care what you.
Right.
It's impossible.
So if Google leaves you 100% exposed, Apple leaves you like
99.8%. Oh man.
I was at work and everybody was counting their steps, and I don't do the watch thing and all that. I don't do all that.
Yeah, they're big on that.
Yeah. So I got my phone. I said, all right, well, there has to be an app.
Oh, it's been an app
on my phone.
They come
right
installed in phones.
Right. So I went on, I activated the app, and the crazy thing happened.
It's already been.
It backtracked for about a month.
Yeah, it's already been doing it.
I'm like, yo, like I activated, and you telling me what I was doing a month ago.
Yeah.
How? But I didn't activate you a month ago. So how are you telling me what I did a month ago?
Yeah. Yeah, it's weird, man. That's why I say all that stuff is.
So you had to be tracking me this whole time.
Yeah.
You had to be. Yeah. Otherwise, how can you tell me what I was doing a month ago?
Right.
Even though I didn't activate you.
Yeah.
I know it. Yeah. It's crazy that the access that they have, and I think they have a lot more access to us than we know.
Oh, absolutely.
Because
absolutely.
Look, every time you pull up an app,
need permission.
Can we get your location?
Everything.
Can we turn on your notifications? Can we get access to your camera?
We need your original footprint when you came out.
We need your fingerprint.
Yo, I be like, what I just want to play Pac-Man. Why you want? You know what I'm saying? Like, they be asking.
We need your blood type.
Oh,
we need all that.
Yeah, it's wild, man. Technology on the aspect of like your information, like you saying, it's scary, man. Like if you really sit back and you think about it, like go back to the ad thing, like I was just telling you, maybe not too long ago. Like I love boxing. I always been a big boxing fan, and I was like randomly looking at like a heavy punching bag for my garage so I could just get in there and just practice or whatever the case may be randomly.
Yeah,
and then like I want to say like later on that day, I just picked up my phone. I think I was like on YouTube or just like Yahoo, or I just started noticing like on the side, it was like ads at Dick's Sporting Goods with like punching bags and headgear and mouthpieces. And I was like, what the, like that's strange as hell. Like what? and to me, I was like, that's crazy because in my mind, I knew phones like it studies your behavior.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow, this was like my confirmation of what I already knew. I was like, that's it's kind of creepy to me, like how that happens. Like I think so many people see it and they don't really pay it any attention, but that really goes to show you like how much your phone studies you.
Yeah. Yeah. And what's even more creepy? Like when you're not looking up something. You know how many stories I've heard when it's like, yo, I was talking about this to such and blah, blah, blah. And then I pull out my phone and then all of a sudden.
It's crazy.
It's like, yo, so you listening to my conversations now? Like, yo. Yeah. I mean, you listening to my conversations. You're looking at what I'm looking at. And you're saying that it's for marketing purposes. That's a disclaimer that they have to say.
Right. But we don't truly know.
Yeah, come on, man.
It has to be deeper than that.
Look, whenever you're told something like that,
right,
the reality is that's what they're feeding you to tell you what an excuse or a practical reason,
right,
to get you
to be okay with
what they're doing.
Yeah.
Right. Meanwhile, there's a more sinister plan.
Now it sounds cliche, but it's really, I think that's the case. That's the case in this scenario. I really do.
Yeah, because here's the thing, right? You let's say you did go to Nike, and let's say you went to Adidas, and you went to New Balance, and you looked at all these other places. Well, when they send you the Nike advertisement, what does that do? That embeds. That starts to program you, so it influences you. And I don't think that we talk enough about how social media and technology is influencing our behaviors.
Oh, absolutely, it influences a great deal.
Yeah, it's almost like mind control. I mean, you get on Facebook and they show you all these feeds of stuff, and those feeds, yes, they're using your behavior, right? They're looking at your behavior and they're saying, okay, but they're also kind of guiding you where you should go, where you should look, what you should be doing,
right?
And so that part of technology is scary, because it's one thing to use it to look up information, but once this thing starts gathering all of the information that it needs, how far is this thing going to go?
Yeah, that's my thing though. Like, I mean, like if you think about it from like a grand scheme standpoint, this is how I view it. So out of all the people, it's really rare that someone don't have some form of a phone, cell phone,
right, in
modern time.
They're giving phones away,
right? So in the grand scheme of things, I would view it as where is everyone's information being stored? Like where's, it's not just you personally. This is happening to whoever owns a phone.
Yeah.
So this information is going where is it being kept?
Yeah.
From every site you look at, from every video you watch, from every website you went to, it's all going somewhere. It's not just you erase it and there's no history or no track. Yeah, on your phone it says you never looked at anything, but
right,
you have. It's there. You just don't see it.
Right.
It's tracked somewhere. You know what I mean? Like I want to know, like, where's that information? Who's in control of your dark secrets when you're looking at whatever it is your vice is, whether it's you get off on shoes, sexual content, cars, like who knows your inner deeper secrets? You know what I'm saying? The stuff that you think about personally.
Yeah. Yeah. And they know everything.
That's what I'm saying.
There was this show on Netflix, and I don't know if they're still making it. Me and my wife, we fell in love with it and kind of binge watched the whole thing, called Black Mirror.
Oh, I don't think I've.
You never seen yo?
No. I don't watch TV much.
So Black Mirror is it's on Netflix. And it's a show, but every episode is a different movie. Okay. So, but the whole all of the shows, all of the movies, connect with technology and how technology does different things, like how it controls us. Like there was one movie when you basically you know how you go on Facebook or you go on YouTube and whatever, and you get likes. Mm-hmm. So the whole show was about that, but your likes was like your credit score.
Oh, okay.
So if you had like let's say you got 5 stars, if you dropped below 4 stars, then you were relegated to like the ghetto and the hood.
Oh wow!
So if you wanted to be in like certain neighborhoods, you had to have like 4.5 stars and all that. And so but
that's interesting.
Yeah, and every like I said, every movie was different, but all of it focused on technology and how technology is just it focused on different aspects of technology. It's a really, really good series. I don't know if they're still making them.
Yeah, I'm still have to check it out though.
You
still look at.
You gotta check it out, because some of that stuff you look at and it's like, it's scary.
Yeah,
it's scary because you can see how a lot of it. Some of it you look at and you're like, okay, this is a movie, this is entertainment, and then some of it you look at, you're like, dang, hold up, that's kind of what's happening. Like that's kind of accurate on what's going on right now.
Yeah, technology is definitely. The crazy thing about it is it's only supposed to get more private. It's only supposed to become more evolved in society.
So that's where we need to talk about how far is this thing gonna go.
That's
because there was if you go back to the 70s, there's no way you would have thought about speaking to somebody from a phone that's not connected to anything, right?
Yeah.
So we have advanced so fast, but the question is, how far is this thing able to go?
I don't even think we know yet. I think ultimately it's going to go to the point of no return, as they say.
Well, what we do know is that some people at the top of the food chain we know where they wanted to go. For example, Bill Gates feels like AI is the next human being.
Yeah, they want to implement on quantum computers, and
we saw iRobot.
Basically a computer with the ability to have a conscience and thinks for itself outside of a program, kind of a systematic design.
Man,
to have the ability to feel.
Man,
you know what I mean? That's a goal. That's a goal of some people.
So what does that mean for us? It's interesting how we create technology and we do these great things, and then we create it just to destroy ourselves.
Yeah, so I was telling you, it's always going to be the mad scientist.
Yeah.
It's always going to be that element of that's too far.
Yeah, you have the genius who's able to come up with these ideas and put things together, like Einstein, and then you have the person who says, "Hey, well, let's use that to blow up."
Yeah, exactly.
Blow
the polar
up.
Opposite. Yeah, the polar opposite. Exactly.
And it's like, hold on.
Right.
That wasn't what I was trying to do.
That's what I mean. That element is going to always exist.
Because what I mean, look. Let's look at the movie iRobot. I mean, his logic is undeniable, right?
That's my saying. My logic is undeniable. I'm trying to tell you. That's my saying.
And I mean,
think about the storyline of that movie in itself, right?
Yeah.
So you have an ultimate brain, which is the computer, the AI, and it observed human behavior so much to the point where it understood that we are abusive. We're so abusive that we don't. So to the AI, they came to the conclusion that human beings just don't give a fuck. Like, we don't care about anything.
Right.
We have to intervene to control these people because they're going to kill this planet, themselves, everything.
Yeah.
They had to overwrite what we already have established. So that's the storyline of that movie.
Right. And look, and that's the same storyline in Avengers, the Age of Ultron.
See, that's the thing. I haven't watched all those.
Man. So in Avengers, they create the Age of Ultron. They create this guy, and his whole thing is like, look, y'all are going to destroy yourselves.
Yeah.
So I need to set this. My goal is to help you. And here's how I'm gonna help you. I need to get rid of you.
Ultimately, though, the sad part about the absolute sad part about it is, though, outside of the human being species, if I I could see the AI's point of view.
I know.
Like, I get it. Like, we will destroy ourselves in this planet. I mean, think about it.
I mean, if you look at the science, we've done a lot of damage.
Yeah, but so let me piggyback off the technology. So
I don't think we can destroy it.
Destroy what?
The planet.
No, the planet will destroy us before.
Yeah.
The planet is living too. Like, if the planet feels threatened, trust me, it has its own defense mechanism, and it's going to say, okay, you guys are out of control. You're not listening. Bye-bye.
Like intense hurricanes and, bigger earthquakes and
typhoons, you say? It's just,
tsunamis and
trust me. The earth has its own.
I think the earth
ability
can go through
its
own cleansing.
Exactly. And there's nothing we can do about that.
Right.
But that's a whole nother show, and that's a dope topic in itself. But like, so far as like social media, right? Social media, I never really got too heavy into social media. But the one thing that I did enjoy about social media was, as I got older, I lost contact with like a lot of people I grew up with from like my childhood. So I did dig it. I like that part of it. Like how when you create a profile, if you will, and hey, I'm da-da-da-da-da. Like, the people, they look for you and you look for them, and you are able to reunite. Yeah, reunite and say, hey, man, how you been? Hey, girl. Like, the stuff that that's dope to me.
Yeah. Yeah, it makes a huge world very, very small.
Yeah.
When you can connect with people who you grew up with, who you went to school with, and they could be all over the country.
They are. A lot of them.
All over the country.
A lot of people that I got.
Over the world. All over the world, for that matter.
I have some people that served in, like, the Marine. I would have never thought in a million years the path that they went.
Yeah.
I didn't see it then. You know what I mean? Like one of those type of situations. But then it's the flip side of social media, right? The facade of my life is perfect.
Oh my goodness.
I have everything is glamorous.
Right.
Everything is perfect.
Right.
I have no horrible moments in life.
Or where you're just trashing everything.
Yeah, that's true.
Where you're where every post is like, this world is going to hell, and everybody in it is going to hell with it. It's like, then you got the politics, and then you got,
if you get this person and that person, if you like him,
if you voted for Trump, you can unfriend me right now.
Yeah, all kinds. It's weird.
Like, come on, man. I mean, really, we've been riding together for 10 years, and
man,
and because none
of that matters,
because I pulled a lever, and I'm not saying I'm that person or that, but because somebody pulled a lever and voted for somebody, which didn't matter anyway. Take that one vote away, it doesn't matter.
Right.
So, and you're gonna say, we ain't cool no more because you voted for somebody.
That's because the emotions behind it. But yeah, the social media does play. Social media plays a soup, like back to the influence.
But see, that's dangerous though.
It is.
When you let your emotions get in the way and you start going on these social media rants, that's dangerous, man.
Yeah, that happens a lot.
Because you can't take that stuff back.
Nah, it's said.
You can't take that stuff back. You know, and that's another thing. Oh, so years ago, like I had got on look, I'm gonna take it back because I was on Black Planet back in the day, MySpace back in the day.
It's ill. I had MySpace. I had mine. I thought that was the illest shit of all time.
Yo, MySpace was it, man.
Yeah, I love it.
But then you know, Facebook came around and changed the game. And you know, early on, I was on Facebook.
Yeah, who was Tom? That was MySpace, right? The dude who was holding his thumb like this. No. Which one is that? Which one was that?
yeah, no.
That was MySpace, right?
Nah, that's Facebook.
Oh, word?
I think that's Facebook. He was like your first friend.
Yeah, he was like, yeah. It's like he always like, yeah. He always look like he's like, yeah. Dude always happy. Like,
I mean, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that was Facebook.
Okay.
Yeah, he was like your first friend as soon as you signed up.
You ain't had to ask. He's like, Uncle Tom, man. What is tax you? You ain't need, I ain't want your friendship. It's like, oh man, that stuff is stupid.
But you know, so back in the day, you know, I was on there and I was posting a lot.
Yeah.
And you know, and it's good and it's fun when you connect, like you said, when you're connecting with those
that's
people.
That's when I digged it.
And you're connecting with people that are of like mind and everything.
Yeah.
But then it just started to get to and back then, I'm probably talking about like 2010, 11, 12, you know what I'm saying? Where the posts were thoughtful.
Yeah.
You know, like you could tell when somebody posted something.
They thought about it. It was some substance to it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was stupid.
Yeah. You know, but now
it's horrible.
These man, nobody is. I mean, I don't want to say nobody, but there's a lot of people. Either like you said, they're faking like everything is great.
Yeah.
Oh, look at me in my Lambo that's rented. But you know, look at me in my you know,
I don't care where it is.
Or you know, look at me at this vacation. Or look at me doing this. Look at me doing that.
Right.
And like we've seen couples that we knew personally,
right. Exactly.
were like about to be separated, going through a divorce, and they're posting like pics at them at the beach.
Yeah.
Like everything is all hunky dory, and it's like, wow, y'all was just over our house. We was just, you know, wow, okay. Or I mean, if that's the image that you want to portray, I mean, hey, it's you know, I guess that's fine, but it's kind of sad. So around maybe 2014, I said, all right, look, I'm pretty much done with Facebook. So we stopped posting, and my wife was like, you know what? We got a lot of pictures on Facebook. We got a lot of pictures. We got a lot of posts. We got a lot of stuff that's on Facebook. So why don't we go ahead and just delete our Facebook pages, get rid of them, and, you know, move on, right? So as we start that process, have you ever gone in and tried to delete a Facebook page? Yo.
Yeah, it's like
every picture that you have, every post that you've ever posted, every like that you've ever, everything that you've ever liked, that you've ever posted, that you've ever watched, any video you like, all that stuff are individually packaged. So you have to go through and get rid of every individual, and then if you get rid of it, you really don't get rid of it.
That's what I was saying earlier.
Yeah.
It's kept somewhere.
Yeah.
It's not like, okay, I hit delete, it's gone forever. Nah.
Because
information is there.
because it's kind of like, I mean, it's like any computer, right? If I have a document on my computer that I put up and then I get rid of it on my computer, okay, it's gone. But if I got a document on my computer that I done shared with you, right, and it's on your computer, and then it's on 5 other people's computer or 100 other people's computers, well, when I get rid of mine, it still doesn't get rid of it on your computer or the other ones. So so my pictures are out there. They ain't going nowhere. I never said it. My posts, they're out there. They ain't going nowhere. I never get the nudes, yo. Like people be sending the nudes. They wildin'. All that stuff is out there, and unfortunately, we do have some people that's not smart enough to realize that stuff will come back to haunt you. You know, when you go out for a job and you've been posting all this stuff when you was 15, 16, 19, 20 years old. And then you 30 and you trying to go get a job, they gonna be like, yeah, well, based on this post back in 2013, and that's a real thing. It's a real thing. Look, teachers have lost their jobs. Yeah, it's a real thing because of what you post. I know people who lost their gigs. Yeah, because of what I would call it stupidity. I do too. You're gonna call out from work, but then post a video on social media you drinking and partying. Like, why? I don't understand. I don't understand your logic with that one. Like, come on, people, do better, man. Is either they don't care or they don't know how could you not know? You gotta understand these people looking for, depending on where you work. Some do, some don't, but they look at your character too. Like our job has a department that focuses on looking at your Facebook posts, your Instagram posts, like all of that stuff. And you could get in trouble for you could lose your job. You could lose your job. I would lose if you get DUIs and all that. Like, it's a wrap. It is a wrap. Right. You say the wrong thing about the wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like you break HIPAA, you do something. That's a wrap. You're done. We constantly have trainings and things like that say, hey, be mindful. Hey. Yeah. Don't take pictures. Hey. So yeah, you got to. Right. It's crazy. And so they're integrated into our very existence. Like, yeah, man. Because we take our phones everywhere with us. Everywhere. You take your phones when you use the bathroom. You take your phones in your car. Your GP. You know what was interesting to me, and it still baffles me how my phone will, and most of the time it is right. It will pop on and tell me where I'm going and how long it takes for me to get there before I pull up my GPS and say, hey, I'm going. Oh, really? I haven't seen that one yet. Man. I haven't seen that one yet. Yes. That's crazy. Yeah. I've seen it once I go to a certain location after I leave. It'll show me it'll show where I went. It'll show the store I walked into and went into and say, hey. Yeah. It'll ask me questions about that particular store. Hey, did this store have this? Did this store have that? I've seen that's creepy in itself, but I've never had a phone that knew where I was going, kind of like prior to me even putting the address or anything. That's crazy. Yes. My maps will pull up, man, and I'll be like, okay, I'll pull up my map, and then I'm like, all right, I'm about to go. Let's say I'm about to go to work, and I'll just hit my map, whatever. That's even, and then next thing you know, the first thing it pops up, boom, work, like X amount of minutes, boom, 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 and you're like. That's because it's that goes to how much technology studies us, right? But the crazy thing is, like, okay, I get that because I go to work at a certain time, okay. That's there. But, all right, I'm gonna go to the mall. Pull up. What? How you know I'm about to go to the mall? See, I've never seen that before. That's weird. That's weird as hell. I've seen it many times on my phone. I can honestly say I have never seen that. That's because you ain't got no iPhone, man. Yeah, I'm good on that. That's weird though. You got the Google. I got the Galaxy in the house. Galaxy with the Google. Galaxy in the house. I love Galaxy, man. They trying to run the Galaxy. That's what it is. Hey, knock it off talking about my Galaxy. But yeah, technology is it's pros and cons to me.
look at the great things that technology has done so far as your heart and medical doctors and understanding like how the heart works and just the benefit of medicine. And it's like I said, it's always the mad scientists, right? Medicine is great, but unfortunately, medicine is business wise is used as no different from any other form of revenue. But in itself, if you just look at technology in itself, not no outside variables or anything like that, medicine and like technology in general, when it comes to space, everyone knows I'm a science space geek. They now have the ability to send like rockets to space, and then like the boosters, if you will, comes back and lands so it could be reused. And like that's so dope, because prior to that, like reusable, it was like everything it's like a waste, not a waste, but it costs a lot of money to travel to space. It's not a cheap thing. And when you use a rocket to do that and it kind of come back and lands, that's saving like a lot of resources and money. It could be reused. So I mean, technology does a lot of great things as well, but it's all, like I said, it's always that flip side of technology, unfortunately, because it's very intrusive. Like people like to put their opinions on you, like you said. Like if you don't think the way they think, then they automatically got beef, or they like it's. I seen people post like, when I see you outside, and like just all kinds of stupid stuff and
stuff that you would probably never say in real life, right?
Yeah, that's what I said.
But you get these Twitter muscles, where you willing to post it like nobody gonna see it, or like the people not gonna see it. Or
well, everybody always say they got hacked. Like,
or when
they say I got hacked, or like the celebrity people, or the people who were influencing and stuff. Whenever I personally think they was lit or drunk or something, and they really said how they felt.
I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. I'm sorry.
They let it come out. They let their true emotion get the best of them, and they have impulse, and they say how they really feel.
Yeah.
And then they always hit you with the "I was hacked" scenario thing. But in reality, in my opinion, I think that that's truly how they felt at that particular moment in time. So it's pros and cons to technology.
The thing with technology is it has made our life so convenient.
It has.
That it's hard, and this becomes the struggle, right? Because it's made our life so convenient that it's hard to argue against it.
Yeah.
And so you just let it keep going. Like you mentioned medical. You know, my wife had a gallbladder surgery.
Right.
And I don't know what the gallbladder surgery used to look like back in the day, but I know today she got 2 little dots on her stomach from her gallbladder surgery, because they were able to go in with cameras, do what they needed to do, and leave virtually no scar.
Yeah,
no, you know what I'm saying. And so stuff like that, like it has helped medicine. It has helped.
Yeah, it has.
Travel.
Travel. Oh my goodness! Can you imagine like trying to go from?
Well, not only airplanes. Look, we are living in the Jetson era.
Yeah, I was about to say that.
We're about to have. We got autonomous cars already.
Right.
You know, like Jay-Z, our car's been autonomous.
Yeah. This guy, yeah.
But we got autonomous cars. You know, and they're heavy in California.
Yeah, they really are.
They are real heavy in California. Yeah. So it's nothing for you to drive down the highway and see somebody driving in the seat of a Tesla eating a full meal while the Tesla driving
I wouldn't
recommend
on the
highway.
It. Because if you really look into the studies of that stuff, it's a lot of accidents that happen with. Because stuff is.
Yeah, but it's a lot of accidents without it too.
Well, yeah, that's true too. But I don't know. I guess it's just me being me. I wouldn't just be like, yo, like I'm about to eat some fries while this joint drop me off. Like I don't know, it just something made me to just.
Nah, that's you being the old head, and the young the youngins that if they 23. They don't care about all that, man. They in the back seat.
Oh wow, oh they wild.
They in the back seat.
The motherfucker gonna fly off a cliff. Fuck hell nah, bro. Nah, I can't do it, bro.
Man.
Hey, you can call me an old head or whatever. I ain't about to listen. I'll be an old head that's all right. You gonna be a young boy that just flew off the cliff. You hear me?
So you be alive, old head.
Listen, man, I ain't fooling with that. I mean, that's dope. I would love to try that technology though, because I was literally considering it. Buying like the cheapest Tesla, whatever, just for that feature or whatever. But I was like, yeah.
Well, Cadillac is coming out with their version.
I used to love Caddies, but they shape weird now. But
I used to love like me and my wife. We had a 2004 Cadillac DHS, not the DeVille. It was the DHS, and that thing was a tank.
Yeah, I bet
that thing was a tank. We loved it. My wife literally got hit by a bus. In the car, it was straight in the bus, and
she was straight. But I mean,
she was straight. The car was straight. Like if you looked at it, you would have been like, okay, yeah, you was in a little fender bender,
right?
But you wouldn't have thought it got hit by a bus.
Yeah, that's that technology. Yeah,
because that thing was a tank.
Caddy's always been solid.
But the problem was, and I don't care how hard you get hit. It's like a concussion.
Yeah,
you get hit hard, and look fine physically on the outside, but that inside, that bus tore up the inside. Yeah. It tore up the inside, and then it just became a hassle just getting it fixed. So we ended up getting rid of it. But that thing, I love Caddy.
I've always been a fan of Caddies, but I don't know. I guess my interest went to different. I guess brands and cars and stuff like that, but
yeah, but how far? Like, so let me ask you this,
okay?
If you knew all the great things that technology can do for us, right? Mm-hmm. But I told you, hey, technology is. Within 3 generations, technology is going to overtake the human race. Would you think it's worth it for the advancements that we have?
When you say take over, you mean like to what extent?
I mean,
period.
Whether that means enslave the human race, whether that means kill the human race, whether that means just whatever. I don't know.
Well, me personally, I would say no, of course. I mean, self-preservation is.
You don't think that would be worth the advancement? It's the next thing. It's the next. It's what's next.
It's like one of those situations where I could say yeah, but as long as I could be here to experience it. The people I love, like if it's a situation to where it sacrifices like everything that I love and my people and like just people, like the human beings are extinct. And I would say no, because I wouldn't want to live in a world where everything is dictated to me by, I guess, AI. I don't want to live in a world where anything dictates to me anyway, period.
Yeah.
So AI,
I'm about to say, because I mean, we're practically in that world now.
No, yeah, I agree. That's why I paddled back and said that. I don't want to live in any world where I'm dictated to, period.
Yeah.
Like you said, unfortunately, we live in that world where it is that way, sugar-coated, but in so many words it is. But I would not, human beings are human beings. AI is AI. AI wouldn't have, like some people you're going to come across, they're going to be compassionate regardless of whatever the fact.
Yeah.
Regardless of your color, regardless of whatever you believe or know, or whatever your vice is.
Some.
That's what I said. Some people will.
Some will.
Some don't give a damn.
Are heavy in survival of the fittest. You know,
and that's true. That's true.
What it is.
That's true. That's a true thing. Survival of the fittest and self-preservation. That's a true thing. But again, I will prefer it be a situation to where like we come to an understanding that technology should have a limit to where the point it doesn't it doesn't get too evolved to the point where it tries to take over.
So
and it won't. Human behavior would say it won't happen though. But
so our technology is now pushing us to Mars, and we're trying to set up colonies on Mars.
Yeah, you can. It won't work.
They got one-way tickets.
Yeah,
for people to go and
good luck.
I mean, hey, well, you know,
it's
I won't live long enough to see it work. I know that.
Well, no, I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't. No, I wouldn't write I wouldn't write that off because they're actually planning on having a mission to Mars with an actual.
Oh no! I'll probably see the first mission or hear of the first mission probably. Yeah, but shoot,
you will.
It's going to take for. I mean, I don't remember how long it takes to get there, but I know you can't.
A few years.
You can't get there and come back.
Months, rather, right?
No. I think it's.
Hold on.
You know, it's years, for sure.
You think?
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
And that's when you catch it at the right time. I don't know for sure. I don't know how long it take to get to Mars, man. I ain't trying to go.
Well,
I'm not trying to go. I'm not one of those people trying to sign
9 months. Up. Yeah, 9 months.
9 months to get to Mars?
Yeah. I know it was months.
You sure?
Hold on. It said all in all, your trip to Mars will take around 21 months. 9 months to get there, 3 months there, and 3 months to get back. So the round trip, right? So if you're flying from here to California,
technology, it pulls right on up.
So if you're planning on dying on Mars, you're like, okay, I'm fine with it. Life is over. I'm going to fly from Earth to Mars, and that's it. That's 9 months. But if you want to fly there and come back and like the round trip, that's 21 months. So roughly a little bit less than 2 years.
It's ridiculous that we're even trying to that we're even talking about.
That's not ridiculous.
Going to another. Come on, man.
No, that's
come on,
dope.
Man.
That's dope.
How's that dope? We don't know what's in our oceans, and we're trying to go to another planet.
Well, yeah, it's different technology that's needed, though. We don't understand. Water pressure is different from.
How do we know what we don't understand out in Mars?
Earth? What do you mean?
You're saying so you're saying that it would be harder to deal with our ocean than it is to go to another planet that we don't
in some instance
that we don't even know what's on it yet.
In some instance, though, like the pressure of water is different from breaking the Earth atmosphere or the Orion's belt. I mean, not the Orion's belt, the Van Allen belt. Sorry.
Okay, but that's just the atmosphere. We're talking about once you get to Mars, how you don't know what's there.
Sure, we do. Oh my gosh! It's rocks, it's mountains, it's everything. A little water. It's the elements.
Oh yeah, that's right. You know, I forgot the science guy.
No, it is
the science guy.
We have evidence that
we don't even know if Mars is even there.
Oh come on!
But we believe science, so you know we'll
believe science. We threw the whole belief. This guy in that word, like there's no need to believe when you have evidence. Oh, it's there. I seen it with my own two eyes.
Yeah, but it's interesting how we are trying to go to another planet and
no, I agree with
colonize on another planet.
Good luck with that whole colonize thing, but I agree with you when you said that the technology that is used to go on other planets is crazy. That I agree. The concept of visiting a whole entire another planet and trying to build on that planet, and yet we don't fully understand the planet that we actually occupy. I agree with you 100%. We have still discovered new species in water, depths of water that we have yet to fully travel down. So I agree 100%. I saw a new species of a fish that has like, it's so it, again, you're going to be like, what? But so the environment, the part of the ocean or the body of water where this particular species of fish stay or lives it's dark even during the day. Does not matter the time of the day. Does not matter anything. It's always dark because it's that deep.
It's that deep, yeah.
So it evolved. I know you don't like that word, but it evolved into the point where it supplies its own light. So its features, it creates light. Yeah. And that's how it eats. And that's how it see its prey. And
I saw that on
okay, so you've seen it. Yeah. That's pretty dope.
There was a documentary years ago, Planet Earth. I think it was Planet Earth. Okay. And they take a deep dive into the ocean. Deep.
I think it's called the Marianas Trench. It's something trench is the furthest that we've been down.
There are fish down there that look alien.
It looks weird. I seen one that looked like it had a face. It was like
some of them look crazy. I remember it's this one that has like a little
the thing over its
little thing on his head, and it kind of lights up, so that it'll attract prey, and then meanwhile the fish can eat it and
gradually go towards it. And
I mean, it's some very interesting things in there, but it's crazy that we're taking our technology to Mars.
I think the technology, I don't think we have yet. Don't quote me on that because I'm not I'm a space guy. I'm not quite sure yet the technology has been made or understood to have the ability to travel in water without suffering the ramifications of the pressure of water, because water is the most powerful force on this planet anyway. So but you know the pressure of water. You don't know what you're getting into when you go to Mars. Well, they know more about what you mean? So
you get what I'm saying? Like if I know the pressure of water, I can prepare for that. I don't know what I'm getting into in Mars. I have some idea, maybe, kind of, sort of, right. But I don't fully know what I'm getting in. With the water, I get PSI and all that and pressure. And I could do that because there's billionaires who have created self. I don't know if there's a guy who created a submarine that can go to the bottom of the ocean.
I don't know about the bottom of the ocean.
It was the bottom, and it was self-prepared. It was it's a one-man machine.
The bottom of the ocean.
Which
ocean? The bottom of
the bottom. Yes.
Man, I'm not saying you're lying. You I'm pretty sure you've seen something I haven't. That's why I'm gonna look it up. You know, I love this kind of.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna have to
look it up.
I'm gonna have to look it up, and it'll be on.
It'll be on the
YouTube video when
it's not as fascinating in space, but that's fascinating nonetheless, though.
Yeah, and he created it's like a dome structure, and one man can operate it. But anyway. So
that's crazy. He need to sell that.
It's interesting how we, like I said, going to Mars and all this stuff instead of dealing with stuff. I was talking to my mother about this idea, and I know I don't want to really get into a whole nother topic, but we were talking about population control, right? And
that's real.
Yeah, I don't believe it. So,
you don't? No. We could have that conversation on another show.
So
that's fine.
So when we were talking about it,
hold on, not to cut you off. So your mom was saying it's a thing.
Yeah, no, it is a thing. It is a thing.
But you said you don't think it's. So she felt that it was a thing, and you saying you did not?
No. She was saying that people are telling us this, and they are telling us that we're running out of resources. We don't have enough resources. Blah blah blah. I think they are lying. So that's okay. That's okay. That's the whole.
Our next show coming soon.
Right. So, but what I did, I showed my mother a population map, and it's very interesting. Even when you look at the United States, how unpopulated the United States is. The United States we're very similar to China in this, that we have very high concentrated areas. DC, New York, Charlotte, like we have very high concentrated areas with millions of people in high concentrated areas. But the majority, like if you split it up, you could literally put all of the people in America on one coast. It is not that populated. America is wide open. And I don't know why we don't go to like Wisconsin and some of those middle states, and I'm like Montana and South Dakotas, and I don't know why we don't develop over there, whatnot. But if you look at our population, we are heavily concentrated in certain areas. So, yeah, I don't want to get into the whole population.
No, yeah, that's fine. That's gonna be that's one of the topics that's definitely a next show.
Yeah, because I have my thoughts about that. But but back to technology.
Right.
We can technology has the ability to do many different good things. But I think we still have to be careful of the boundaries. And right now, I don't think there are any boundaries.
It's not,
and that's scary.
You have to, in order to have boundaries, you have to have personal boundaries. Like me,
yeah,
I refuse to have like the thing in your house where you're like, hey, turn the music on, or whatever it's called. Hey,
Alexa.
Yeah, Alexa. That's the tip of the tongue. I would have eventually said it, but like that kind of stuff that's just like there in your house. And hey,
there was a SNL skit with a bunch of old people trying to talk to Alexa. They calling her everything in the book.
But Alexa, hey,
Allison,
Veronica, all types of crazy.
Erica.
Yeah. I don't.
And it still responds.
Yeah, and that's the thing. At the beginning of this show,
cut down your temperature in the house.
Yeah, that's too much. At the beginning of this show, we talked about phones, man, and stuff. That part of the technology, and that's enough for me. I know by me having a phone, it's doing its job. You know what I mean? It has enough of my information.
But hold on.
It has a lot of information on me.
Now look, we done skipped. We because we kind of jumped right into the topic. But aren't you the guy that going back to school for IT?
Yeah, so I'm going to be the guy that knows all your information. I'm going to know what you're looking up.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Hey. that's like contradiction. Like technology is bad. It's terrible.
Me personally, I have my limitations with technology, but others, like you said, some people they can't live without it, man. They gotta have it, and I do too. Don't get me wrong. I have to have it to a certain extent. I just have my cutoff point with it. I don't want anything like I play video games. I like when I'm online and I play basketball or football or whatever I'm playing. I hear some of the guys or the girls are like, "Hey Xbox, rewind that," or "Hey Xbox, record that." They have that it comes with it.
Yeah.
It's like a thing that sits there or whatever. It's not even hooked up. It never came out of my box when I bought my Xbox. There's no need for that. Yeah. I press the record button. Like I don't need a microphone.
All that access.
Yeah, I don't need an extra microphone because the thing about a microphone, you don't have to tell it, listen to me, in my opinion, for it to be listening. Like you said, the same thing you said about your phone. When you activate it, so to speak, the walk and step thing.
Yeah.
Long and behold, it had like a month of history of it already. Like knowing how much you walked and like all this crazy stuff. And all that technology, in my opinion, stuff does that. Whether you activate it or not, is there.
Yeah.
So that's just my little concept of it's like I said, it's bad enough I have a cell phone. My phone does way more intrusive. In my mind, I have to have a phone because I just do. And that's enough. I don't need anything extra. That's good enough for me.
That's how we all feel. And look, technology is running us. It's not just looking at our behaviors, but I think it's also dictating some of the things that we are doing.
Oh, absolutely.
Whether that's good or bad, I don't like it because I'm an independent thinker, so I don't, But
I understand.
But
nevertheless, we here with it.
Is what it is,
and I don't think it's going anywhere.
It ain't.
Unfortunately, like you said, we just said not too long ago, it does not have a boundary, and I don't think the people that are in control cares about boundaries when it comes to that. So
right,
let's enjoy the ride, and see where it takes us.
Yeah. Hey, look, technology is allowing us to put out this podcast. So
hey, there you have it.
Yeah,
that's the irony of it all, right?
Yeah,
you need it, but you don't. But yeah, that's today's show, y'all. I hope y'all enjoy us and check us out every Thursday.
Yeah,
this is a show, and we hope you guys enjoy. I'm Walt.
I'm Jay. This is I'm Right You Wrong podcast, and we'll see you next week.
Peace.